Are you tired of losing gunfights? Are you tired of always getting outplayed and outmaneuvered by your opponents?
I'd rather not say, but the answer is yes.
Well, don't you worry about that. I've had hundreds if not thousands of hours with a number of both first person and third person shooter games. So if you've been looking to get better in Roblox Rivals, well then you came to the right place. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and here are some tips and tricks that you'll only see pros using in Roblox Rivals. So starting us off, we have movement. In Rivals, movement is the difference between being a sitting duck and becoming a nightmare to hit. Standing still in a fight almost guarantees that you'll get melted. So your first rule is simple: keep moving. Strafing left and right while shooting makes you very unpredictable, while still letting you land shots. And with practice, you can add burst firing into your strafes to maintain accuracy. Master the slide jump, sprint, crouch, and jump in sequence to burst through hallways or dodge enemy fire with speed. Equally important is corner discipline. Sprinting blindly into corners leaves you vulnerable, so slow down and clear angles carefully, revealing enemies bit by bit instead of exposing your whole body. Finally, learn to use crouching as a defense tool. When defending a spot or holding an angle, crouch to shrink your hitbox and steady your aim, but don't stay static. Mix standing and crouching mid-fight to throw off your opponent's headshot aim. Movement is all about timing. Know when to sprint to rotate, know when to strafe to survive, and know when to crouch to lock down a duel. Next up, we have aiming. Your aim is pretty much your lifeline in Rivals. Even perfect positioning won't save you if you can't hit your shots, so aim training should be a part of your routine. Crosshair placement is actually the first habit to build. Always keep it at head level as you move through the map. This minimizes the time it takes to land shots when enemies appear. Also, avoid spraying entire magazines, especially with rifles. Instead, fire in short, controlled bursts of 3 to 5 bullets. Now sure, there's nothing wrong with dumping an entire mag if you can land your shots. Bursts, however, resets accuracy and helps win fights consistently. Master both tracking and flicking. Tracking is following enemies smoothly as they strafe, while flicking is snapping to a target's head when they peek. Both skills matter, but beginners should start with steady tracking before chasing flashy flicks. Dedicate practice sessions to focusing only on headshots in casual lobbies or the shooting range. This sharpens precision so that your accuracy becomes instinctive. Now, since every weapon doesn't have recoil, you wouldn't need to learn how to counteract it, which means you'll have more time to learn every other skill necessary to have good aim in Rivals. Now next up, we have map knowledge. Maps are more than just scenery, they are tools, and mastering them gives you power before the fight even begins. Each map in Rivals has choke points, the high traffic areas where battles inevitably break down. Learn these spots and you'll know where your enemies will appear, letting you prepare crosshairs and utility before the fight starts. At the same time, don't fall into the trap of always rushing mid. Predictable paths gets punished. Instead, learn flanking routes that let you hit enemies from the side or behind. Whenever possible, prioritize high ground, whether it's a rooftop, balcony, or stairwell. From elevated positions, you gain vision, deal damage more safely, and force enemies to aim upward, which goes against their natural instinct. Cover is equally important. Walls, crates, and door frames aren't just obstacles, they are lifelines. Position yourself so you can duck into cover immediately after shooting, then re-peek when you are ready. Over time, aim to slice the pie at every corner, gradually revealing angles instead of overexposing yourself. Think of each map like a puzzle, and the more pieces you know, the easier it becomes to outmaneuver less experienced and even in some cases experienced players. Next, we have weapon selection. Now, choosing the right weapon determines how you fight. For new players, the assault rifle is actually perfect. It does pretty good damage. The base iron sight is phenomenal, meaning you can see enemies a lot better when you ADS, and even though you get a 10% reduction in movement speed, the assault rifle is a really good place to start. Now, as you expand your arsenal, learn to match weapons to various situations. Submachine guns thrive in close quarters maps or tight corridors, but their limited range means you'll lose to rifles if you challenge at distance. Shotguns can be devastating in tight rooms, delivering one-shot kills, but their situational nature makes them unreliable outside of specific choke points. Snipers, on the other hand, offer incredible power at range, but demand patience, map knowledge, and precision. So I recommend not rushing into sniping until you are confident in your aim. Utility is also a big part of your loadout, not just an accessory. Throwables like grenades can flush out campers, deny space, or even pick up early kills if you can learn pre-nade spots where enemies typically rush. So with all that in mind, I'd recommend focusing on mastering one weapon at a time. Fully understand its strengths and weaknesses before moving to the next one. Now last but not least, we have positioning. Positioning often decides fights before bullets are even fired. Always think about where you stand and how much control it gives you over the fight. The golden rule is to play near cover. Firing a few shots then ducking behind a wall or crate to reload and reset keeps you alive far longer than fighting in the open. Don't isolate yourself from your team. Being caught alone makes you an extremely easy target. Instead, stick close enough for your teammates to trade your kills if you go down. But avoid clumping together where one grenade or a really good sniper can wipe the entire squad. High ground is another core principle. Elevation offers vision control and superior angles. I'd also recommend learning to hold off angles, positions where enemies don't usually expect someone to be waiting, giving you the element of surprise. When you must cross open ground, never walk in a straight line. Instead, mix in slides, strafes and jumps to make yourself unpredictable. Good positioning feels invisible when done right. It's the quiet advantage that turns fair fights into unfair ones in your favor. And you know what? Because I'm feeling extremely generous today, here's a bonus tip. We have mindset. Sure, mechanical skills matter, but your mindset is what fuels growth. In Rivals, frustration comes quickly, especially when you die to stronger weapons, aim assist users, or experienced players. The key is to treat every death as data, not defeat. After each fight, ask yourself why you lost. Did you peek too wide? Did you push without cover? Did you miss an easy shot? Each mistake is a lesson, and identifying them is how you improve. Don't overload yourself by trying to master everything at once. Dedicate entire sessions to one skill. Spend a day focusing only on crosshair placement or only on movement drills. Improvement comes from consistency, not from rushing. Equally important is tilt control. If you feel anger building, take a short break. Playing while tilted leads to bad habits and wasted matches. Celebrate the small wins, like landing more headshots or surviving longer than yesterday. These incremental gains stack up into serious skill. A calm, patient and reflective mindset is the silent weapon that separates casual players from true competitors. And there you go, boys, those are some of my tips and tricks that should help you improve in Roblox Rivals. And if some of these tips genuinely help you improve, feel free to let me know in the comments down below.